Excerpt 1 is the slow excerpt out of the two of these. And the first thing I'd like to talk about in excerpt 1 is just the beginning, the beginning 4 quarter notes. I choose to do them all in one bow, and you're going to use a really slow bow, and you're going to use all of your bow to do it. It's the beginning of the phrase, so I choose not to break it up because it makes the phrase happen right in the beginning. So you want it to be a whole bow. So you really want to also give the listener the sense of pulse. You always want to have that sense of pulse, and you can do that right in the beginning with the 3 quarter notes, and followed by the 4th quarter note at the end, like I just showed you. The slow excerpts are hard to give that sense of pulse when you're doing it because there's nothing behind you giving you the beat. So it's up to you to really have your internal pulse going and counting like crazy. The other thing is to giving all of the notes their full note value. And in this excerpt, there are a lot of dotted quarter notes at the ends of phrases. So those can always get you because it's easy to cut them off. So you want to make sure that you're really counting, and subdividing is actually the most important thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and then you'll be sure that you get all the beats in those the ends of those phrases that have the dot on the quarter note. So for instance, this one you can count 1 and 2 and 3 and. Listeners look for that. They want you to hold the notes for their full value. As far as dynamics and phrasing and bow articulation, you want to have a slow bow with an even tone, and to get that is just to have a really heavy elbow and a lot of flexibility in your fingers, and you're going to get that even tone. And the last thing about this excerpt is the shifting at the end specifically. When you have the big shift at the end, this one, hearing that note in your ear really helps your fingers get there. So if you can hear that note before you get there, it's really helpful. And when you're by yourself in your practice room, you can actually play it and then see if you can sing that note. And then match it. That actually really is a good ear training spot. And then when you do that shift, you've already heard it in your head, and it's much easier.